everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. First down for this offense. The give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Moore to the air. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation. They practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up. You have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping all sides all the time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll go to the toss. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Fires to the big fella. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Davis will throw. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Now adjusting. He's looking on the right side. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defenders time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right front.
They'll go to the ground. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Moore will throw. Coming after it. He's got his man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The give. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. USC has just had no answers today. You should see what the Trojan greats are saying on social media right now. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, talk about not safe for work. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. What a nice throw there, just carving up. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. The expressway is wide open. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Right back to the well. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Moore to the air. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Morgan. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. A designed run for the quarterback. Hit the afterburners, kid. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes. Back able to make a cut. First down.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
RPO complete to open the drive. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Davis looking to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Feeling some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, the physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He turns that loose down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's a nice job by the defense turning the page. You just gave up an explosive play. Now you've got to come right back with tempo. And a nice job in the back end covering to force that incompletion.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And that is no good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
Oregon 14, Michigan 13.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third. Oh, he dropped it! Scoops it up, still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
On the run, it's Hall.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Wolverines are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Davis will throw. It's complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Gain of 1. First down for the offense.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. Looking to scramble. Gets it out quickly. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oregon 14, Michigan 13.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all. this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. And this to seesaw back on top here in the fourth. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead.
Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And here comes the offense on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Touch pass on the run. Still on his feet at the 35. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Ducks in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. More to the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes. And how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Firing to the right, complete.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Davis looking to pass. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end. Getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On second down, they'll take to the air. He fires it out to the right. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. looking for more room. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Davis will throw. Buys a little time. Takes the easy completion. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And you want these guys that can take the top off the defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Quarterback will audible. Moore will throw. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play. It's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
Going to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The Ducks hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Moore to the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.